Italy, and I'm the marketing manager of FSC Italy and the coordinator of the project related to furniture at European level. I welcome everyone. This is our first international webinar dedicated to FSC certified holders, certification holders, and that belongs to the different countries that have a key role in the value chain. So today we have certificate holders from Austria, Adria Balkan region, Czech Republic, Germany, Italy, Poland, and UK. We also know that there are very important retailers, furniture retailers attending today. And this is very important because they work with many our companies, and they can play a key role in inviting all their suppliers to join the FSC Furniture Awards. Before starting the meeting, I also would like to thank all my colleagues of the above mentioned countries for the support. We are working very hard to make the furniture value chain strategic and very important for FSC. So what will happen today? We will discover how to participate to the award. And the most important thing, we have three very special guests that won the previous edition of the awards, and they will help us understand the value of this initiative, why they participated, and will explain to us what the future of FSC in the Furniture Award will be. For this part of the webinar, we will have Luca Costa, that is the Value Chain Development Manager of FSC International. They will guide us with these three guests. And on top of that, he will now explain to us, will give us an overview of the furniture sector and FSC. So please welcome Luca. First, while Luca will start, before we start, please remember that you can ask all the questions in the chat, and please remember to select both the panelists and audience. The questions will be answered at the end of the webinar. We have like an amount of time dedicated to your questions. So please write them down, and then we will be happy to answer. Thank you very much. And now I call Luca on stage for the first part in the presentation for the furniture and FSC, the furniture market, let's say. Thank you, Luca, to be here with us.
Thank you. Thanks a lot, Alexia, for the nice intro, and welcome to everyone from my side as well. Furniture, a very traditional and very strategic value chain for FSC. We know it's an industry which is not usually counted among the key drivers of deforestation, but it's an industry which for sure has an important responsibility in making sure that in ensuring a sustainable use of wood as a raw material. As Alexia explained a bit already, FSC is a tool for that. So it's a tool to help companies making sure that the wood that they source for the furniture production is coming to forests which are managed according to the standards which are more recognized at an international level. I'm going to use now these 10 minutes or so to walk you through a little bit some of the key trends that we know are happening right now in the European furniture market, and I'm also focus a little bit more on where we are, where FSC is in this industry in Europe, especially, of course. I'm going to touch shortly on the COVID-19 impact on this sector, as far as we can know and say until now, and I'm going to show some conclusion on future and on what we hope FSC can contribute to in this sector. Just as an overview, furniture market in Europe, it's a large industry generating more than 1 million jobs. It's highly integrated in the region, but at the same time, it has a very strong export dimension. what I want to highlight here is that the export production rate is more than 58%. It was in 2019 at least. Domestic markets are important, of course, for all European countries, but the export dimension is predominant, especially in some countries like Italy. It's a sector with an important high added value. We know that 2 out of 3 of the high-end furniture products are sold, which are sold in the world, are actually produced in this continent. A few numbers more. Sorry, I'm gonna move this. A few numbers again. What you see here are the global exporters. Aside from China, which is clearly in a league of its own, so to say, we see that Poland, Italy, and Germany are number 2, number 3, and number 4 as for volumes exported. These are 3 very different markets, of course. Poland is one of the most important countries for FSC supply globally, we can say. It's a key supplier for global retailers. Then we have Italy, where high-end production is the brand of Italian furniture in the world, I would say. And then Germany, another very large and very diversified market. Together, these 5 countries, that you see on this slide, are accounting for more than 62 of the global export of timber. So most of the export is very concentrated among these 5 producers. If we focus a little bit on FSC, on the numbers of FSC certification in this industry, we see again Germany, Italy, and Poland high up. These are the countries which have most of the chain of custody certified companies in furniture, and you also see the segmentation between indoor furniture, the light green bar, and outdoor furniture, the dark green bar. In total, globally, we have today more than 11,000 chain of custody certified companies. Just very briefly, a little bit deeper into these 2 product categories, we see that we have home, office, and garden furniture, which are the most popular product categories as for FSC certified furniture groups. And of course, also parts of furniture, so components, which is a very broad product category, is also very high, very large. A few things on COVID, on the impact of COVID-19. On the negative side, of course, we saw a disruption in the supply chains on a global level, which was very temporary, however. And the effect which is having right now actually is that of increasing significantly the prices for raw materials. This is a trend real now. It's an emergency according to many. It's not limited to furniture. It's not limited to Europe even. So it's a global consequence of the COVID pandemic. And it's happening right now, and hopefully it's going to be not too much extended in time. On the positive side, I wanted to mention that there's been a boom in e-commerce platforms, which included furniture as well, furniture production as well. And of course, I also wanted to add that sustainability and, let's say, the awareness around the need for a more sustainable lifestyle development model is emerging even more after COVID. The trend was there already, of course, but the pandemic brought this topic very high in the agenda, in the public and private agenda as well, and hopefully is gonna stay there. Very briefly, a quick look at the future. Again, sustainability is already a trend in furniture. It's gonna be there. It's probably even gonna increase. And responsible sourcing is gonna be a key component of the strategy of furniture companies. Online retail, again, as I mentioned, luxury, hospitality sectors are also expected to grow importantly until 2026. And there's they forecast an increase also in the R&D funding and expensive for development on new techniques and new products. In this scenario, a couple of challenges that we have, just summing them up here. Competition, of course, China, but more, I mean, I would say more in general, Southeast Europe. It's a strong competitor in terms of low production cost. Innovation, of course, is going to require finance, and in terms of trade, protectionist measures on important international markets, and also back to the sustainability topic. Of course, this is already caused an increase of operational costs for many companies. In terms of opportunities, research and investment, again, as I mentioned, access to new markets, we are seeing a shift in the taste, so to speak, of consumers in the emerging middle class in Asia and Southeast Asia, with more and more appetite for high-end products. So for European productions in furniture, and of course, this is also related to the trend in construction, interior design, which is also moving to a more and more sustainable approach. Just as a conclusion, what we can expect to see in 2022, a growing role of e-commerce, and as mentioned, an increasing focus on sustainable procurement as a key pillar of corporate strategy in the industry. Circular economy, another big topic, which is very, very central to furniture, of course. And of course, an even more growing consumer awareness around environmental topics and responsible consumption in general. As said, FSC is a tool to really allow companies to build a strategy around sustainability, and really also getting most of the value that FSC can provide. I'll leave it at that, and I'll give the word back to you, Alexia. Thank you.
Thank you, Luca, very much for your introduction. That will let us understand also how we organize the Furniture Award of 2021. So I will share my screen. Please confirm that you see my screen.
Yes.
Okay, great. Thank you very much. Okay, so the aim of today was, the meeting of today was the launch of the FSC Furniture Awards 2021, and is a very important initiative that also take us together to work towards the same objective and the same path. First of all, I want to say that you find all the information that we will talk about today on the website we created for the award, which is fscfurnitureawards.org. You will find the guidelines and all the information and the people that you can contact if you have further questions. So let's start, and let's understand why this Furniture Award. It has been organized in Italy since 2019. And the most important thing that we wanted to celebrate and to really recognize the commitment of some of the FSC-certified Italian companies that not only created, but that also sold FSC-certified wood products in the furniture sector. At the beginning, the first year was only indoor, and from the second year, from 2020, we also opened the competition to outdoor furniture. This year, we have this very big news that we launched the contest at European level. So very important countries are involved. They play a key role in the furniture value chain. I read them again. So who can participate is certificate holders belonging that are based in this country. So Austria, the Balkan region, Czech Republic, Germany, Italy, of course, Marino, Poland, and United Kingdom. So it's not just a matter to be certified; it's a matter of like doing things with FSC, work on products, work on labeling, and now we will see more about these specific issues. The participation requirements are 3, and all of them needs to be done. So who can participate? The competition is open to certificate holders. They are based in these countries. They're already listed before. Companies that have a product group 12, W12, so indoor furniture or outdoor furniture. I underline that they have to be made with wood, let's say, because we also had some inquiries from other companies that would like to participate if they have different forest-based products. But this might be something we will add next year if the products go on. Then, important thing again, that the company has to have produced and sold the products with FSC claim on invoices. So if a company meets all these 3 requirements, can send the application to us. A company can select one category where they want to participate. We divide it in 2, so we have indoor furniture, these 5 categories, home living, where you find tables, chairs, kitchens, and so on. Home office, this is a new category that some of our certificate holders asked us to add. This is due to pandemic. We know how much furniture, like work places, are important also to have at home with all the online meetings and so on. We have the traditional office category, retail, so it's meant for shops. There's a lot of going on for all the luxury brands for fashion that require FSC-certified furniture, and indoor furniture for public spaces, so university, libraries, hotels, and so on. For outdoor furniture, we have furniture for private gardens, let's say, or furniture for public spaces. Here you see an example of one of the company that won last year. And so you can imagine how sustainable furniture can fit private places, but also public places. So these are the category, and the company shall select one of those. On top of that, if a company wants, of course, this is optional, can participate for a special award. We have 5. The first one is related to the corporate social responsibility of the company. So we will not just see the FSC certification, but if the company has other third-party certification, the approach the company has regarding environment in general, and also all the economic and social aspect of the company. Then we have an FSC Green Award that doesn't only see FSC, the product, if it is FSC certified, but also if the company for that product that enter the competition uses FSC certified packaging, FSC certified marketing materials. So is an overview at 360 degrees about FSC. Then we have the special award on communication. We will evaluate if in the past 3 years the company launched some B2B communication or B2C communication. So it could be any kind of instrument, so it could be TV, radio, social networks, and so on. Then we will see also the labeling award, the use of FSC on product label. So how it's used. So it's not so common to find it on furniture, but we have seen that in the past years, this FSC product label is much more used. And then we'll also listen to Caligaris that won this award last year, and all the progress and the path that follow. And then the Small Business Award that wants to give a special prize to small business according to the FSC standards and on multi-site companies. If the company wants to apply, we'll have to show some evidence. So we will contact the company and ask for more information. So again, if you have a question regarding the award, please feel free to to ask them at the end of the webinar, and we'll be happy to answer. And how the company can participate is through an online application. On the website, you find a specific section where you can submit your company data. There's also a section where you can see the preview of the questions, so you can prepare everything and then just digit. It takes like 10 minutes if you have all the information ready. This is a list of application requirements, so I don't want to be too boring, but just to make you understand that we will ask some information about the company, some information about the product that you want to compete with, and some attachment to demonstrate what you're saying. We will also ask some information about the turnover of the company and the percentage of the FSC sales, because this is very important for us. We want to give prizes to companies that demonstrate that they have an active certification. So of course, this is a question that was put to some of us. Also, new companies can participate, so don't be scared. But especially for special awards, we kind of evaluate the global situation, and also it depends how many candidates there will be. So the invitation is for companies that have the certification for a long time, they have been in the FSC system for a long time, but also to newcomers. What is going to happen when you send your application? Right away, you will receive these communication assets. So it's very important that you understand you participate to win, but the value is also that you participate to talk about your commitment with FSC. So as soon as you send the application, you can start communicating with our candidates of the FSC Furniture Awards 2021. So it's also a matter of building through the year a message regarding FSC. Who is going to judge us? Is be as transparent as possible, as FSC always is. The FSC committee will judge the candidates. It will be formed by two persons of each national office that participate in the project, and we will evaluate these 5 things: how much and how long did the company sell in the past 3 years, the percentage of FSC sales, the volume of FSC products sold, always with FSC claims. Also, if the product carries the FSC label, this is very important for us to communicate to the consumer the commitment of the company, and also the accuracy of the submitted documents to see if all the documents we asked were sent correctly, and so on. What is going to happen then with that? We will have in November the final event. It probably will be online because of the pandemic. We are not so able to travel, unfortunately, but that's the same thing we did last year, and we were very happy of the final event. And if you want to see how it was organized, you can also watch this in the website. We will have a conference. Usually we have a conference with the most important stakeholder of the furniture sector at the international level, and then we give the prizes. And last year was also a moment for the company to speak about the FSC and to be part of the final event. So if you see the registration, the recording, you get an idea of the mood of what was organized. The prizes are participation in FSC Surprise Initiative involving an FSC-certified forest, a wooden statuette, and most of all, the visibility on FSC national representative offices web channels, and also on FSC international website and social media, and so on. This is an example of what was done by FSC Italy last year. So there's a communication on our official website, on the social network, then the companies with the candidates graphics and the winner graphics can communicate in their channel also. So the is a big buzz about FSC and all the companies that talk about FSC, and it's a really joint, let's say, process, and you really have the feeling that everyone, all of us, are working for the same aim to protect the world's forest, and really you can feel this also through these initiatives. In fact, at the end, at the beginning, you will get the communication, the candidates' assets, and then we create the winner assets. Here you see the companies that we have here today as guests, and this is the example of the graphic of the winning companies and the products the candidates. Also, one important thing this year that we didn't have in the past, that we have 3 official media partners: Möbel Kultur for Germany, IQD for Italy, and the partner for Poland, Möblers 2. I hope I pronounced it correctly. And so this is a very important issue because they will help us to promote the award, and they will talk about the companies and so on. So thank you very much also to our media partner. They are also with us today. To conclude, and then we will listen to our guest. This is a summary of the timeline. We opened the registration in May. Today is the official launch of the award. We wait for your candidation or application, in summer. And you will have time until October 14th to send in the application. And end of November, we will have the final event. So there is a lot of months to use the communication about FSC. That was a quick overview of the guidelines. Please remember that on the website you find all the information. And most of all, you can contact your person or representative. Here for Austria and Germany, we have Julia, representative for other bank, Eva, Czech Republic, Jakub, for Italy, me again, and for Poland, Michael, United Kingdom, Lula. And so you can write us an email, and so we wait for your questions, and we will be very happy to answer to you. And I conclude, and I thank you again. So this was just to give you a quick overview of the mechanics and how it works. But now the most important part of the webinar, we will listen to our guests. They are winners of the previous edition, and I thank them again to be here with us today, because every time we ask them to participate, they are companies that we have a strong partnership with, and I'm very happy they are here today with us. So thank you, and Luca, the stage is yours, and thank you again, everybody.
Thank you, Alexia. Thank you. Sounds all very interesting, and really looking forward to see this award happening again in this new edition. Yes, as Alexia mentioned, we're going to have a roundtable with the 3 guests that we are very happy to have today with us. Each of them is going to give a quick intro of their company and on of how they use FSC in their sustainability strategy, and also maybe what's their takeaway from the edition they participated last year. I'm going to introduce the 3 of them shortly once again. So we have Caligaris, represented by Michele De Bonis, R&D Director. Then we have Nicola Negri, Managing Director from Composad. And then last but not least, we have Roda with its CEO, Daniele Pompa. Before I give the word to them, I also wanted to remind that Caligaris was awarded the Labeling Award in the previous edition, and Composat won the category for office furniture, and Roda was awarded the outdoor category furniture. We're going to start with Michele from Caligaris. Please, Michele, the floor is yours.
Okay, thank you very much, and welcome to everybody. I I am the R&D director of Caligaris, and a very short presentation of the company. Caligaris has been established in 1923 by Mr. Antonio Caligaris, and from the beginning and for a long period, Caligaris was specialized on manufacturing of wooden chairs. Then, starting from 1980 and along the following decades, Caligaris decided to widen the product gamma, including also other kind of products as tables, metal and plastic chairs, sideboards, sofas, and so on, in order to offer to the market a complete furnishing gamma. Around the 1970, Caligaris decided to increase the market area and started with export activities. And an important moment was 1998, when they opened the US branch, still alive and still very, very important part of turnover. About certifications, on 1997, we got the ISO 9001 certification. And then in 2006, very important, we achieved the FSC certification. Finally, last year, on 2020, we got the ISO 14001. Today, Caligaris is part of the Caligaris group that includes other brands as Connubia, indoor and outdoor furniture manufacturer, Ditere Italia, sofas, beds, and other complementary furniture manufacturer, and Luceplan, lamps and lighting systems manufacturing. On 2020, the group turnover was over 140 million euro. We export in more than 100 countries all over the world. We have 700 employees and we produce on 7 production sites in Italy and abroad. Okay, this is a very, very short presentation. I think it's just to make a general view of the company.
Thank you, Michele. Thank you. Very clear. I think we can move forward, and I'm going to give the word to Nicola. Please, Nicola, go ahead from Composite.
Good morning to everybody. We've been talking about Italy. Now, Italy is very well known around the world for the famous 3F. The F for food, the F for fashion, and the F for furniture. This is why Italy is very much known around the world. Most probably you can recognize it. There is somebody who is saying that there is another F, the 4F, which is the F for Ferrari, but it's very specific, and nevertheless is one of the reasons why we are known around the world. We've been talking about sustainability. Sustainability is also the reason why the FSC exists. FSC means Forest Stewardship Council, meaning protecting the woods, protecting the forests. And the company I'm managing director of Composite is belonging to a group, which is the group Saviola, established in 1963, and the founder was a visionary person, because in 1963, in years where sustainability was absolutely not on the first page on the newspaper as it is today, in 1963, this person, Mauro Saviola, he said, I want to produce particle board panels, which are the wood most used for furniture business, 100% with recycled wood. And after more or less 20 years of experience, this company, Saviola, arrived to produce these 100% recycled wood particle board panels. We are producing 1.3 million cubic meter of wood. And if you translate these into trees, meaning that we avoid to cut 10,000 trees every day to do that. So what we do, we use post-consuming wood, meaning pallets, meaning crates, meaning wooden reels, whatever wood we can collect around the world, we do it, and we make furniture. So finally, it's not just recycling, but it's upcycling, because what we do is we use wood and then trees which were cut to make things to a value which is lower than the value of the furniture. So the trees were cut to make pallets, pallets were used, we reuse that wood and we make furniture. So we give even more value to the wood which was cut at the very beginning. The company has a turnover of about 700 million euro, 1,500 people employed in the company. Sustainability is for us the heart of the company. So it's not something we learned from the open world. It's something which was once again in the heart of the founder. And everybody working for this company has got the name sustainability inside the body. And it's not a slogan, absolutely. Our slogan is, yes, it's all true, because yes, it's all true what we do. I mean, we are not using any tree to make furniture. And this is very important for us. FSC, here we are to announce for the first time, not anymore an Italian award, but a much larger in terms of territory award this year, with the arrival of Germany, UK, Poland, Austria, of course, Czech Republic. So the audience is getting much wider, much bigger. The competition is raising higher. We are going to compete not anymore just with the Italians, but with all the countries I mentioned. I can tell you, it's a value to participate to this award. It's a value not just because the winner can say, I won it, and it's an important issue for our customer and for your customer in the future. But it's a value because getting into there and being screened and analyzed by FSC and their commission, it's a learning curve. It's a learning curve which can show to your company that the direction is that one. And if you can be inside what is important for FSC, and then you are up to date for the sustainability, which is definitely the most important topic around Europe and around the world in this moment. We won it 2 times in a row. We won it, as Alexia said, for the office, which is our core business. You see it also in the picture represented next to me, most probably. But it's an important issue. I mean, going around the world and saying, hey, we won it twice, the prize, it's an important issue for our customers once again. It's a prize, of course, it's a prize, it's a competition. And the Coubertin said, well, it's not important to win it, just participate. Well, I agree, but not completely. Participate and try to win it, because it's very, very important. If I remember correctly, but I can't see it completely, there should be a QR code somewhere in our slide, but I don't say it anyway. If you can go there, and you will get a video, a very important one. Will show you what I try to explain to you, the fact that we don't cut any single tree to make our furniture. So all what you see in this picture is made by pallets, by windows profiles, by fruit crates, by whatever wood which was used before for something else. And the transformation is what you see in this picture. So this is the value of us. And the value of us is connected to the value of FSC. So thank you very much for being invited to explain the value of FSC. I'm very glad to participate also this year in a much wider competition, as I said. And of course, the hope is against the Coubertin that we win it, that we are going to win it also this year. Thank you very much to everybody.
Thank you, Nicola. Very, very inspiring. I think we are right on time, so I would move on with Daniele from Roda, and then maybe we have time to get back with a couple of follow-up questions to our guests. Daniele, please go ahead.
Thank you, Luca, and thank you, Alexia, for inviting the company, which I'm honored to lead to this very important event. Roda, it's a family-owned company established in 1991. This year we are celebrating our 30th anniversary. It's a strange year, like the last one we just passed, but we still are willing to celebrate because in this moment it's important to bring positive values to this business, to the world. We were very honored to win the FSC award, and I believe that was a very important milestone for our global sustainability strategy, which FSC is one of the pillars. Among others, we won the Green Guard certification of the entire catalog for zero emission. So all the products that Roda produced are free of any kind of emission in the atmosphere. The original idea of the company, which my father started together with myself and my brother, was to raise the level of the outdoor furniture to the same one of the indoor furniture. Italy is very well renowned for the importance of the very high-end brand for design for the indoor market. The outdoor was considered to a certain extent a secondary furniture aspect. And we always felt that this lack of culture in the outdoor furniture was a gap that we had the mission to fulfill. How we did it, because we did it, we decided that we should have looked to the indoor world, trying to understand what was the criteria to develop such a very important design for indoor. And through the experience we accumulate in the outdoor market, or at that time, at the very last decade of the century, the so-called garden furniture, the furniture for outdoor was considered garden furniture. There was in the consumer mindset a performance-driven approach. When they were approaching a garden furniture, they were very concerned about the resistance in the outdoor environments rather than the design aspect. Whereas when they were the same client with the same house and probably the same budget, when they were approaching the intention of purchasing a very beautiful product for indoor, they were looking to other aspects, like the design, the color matching, the emotion of seeing their house designed by the interior designer. So we realized that in terms of consumer experience, we should have used that kind of approach to raise the level of attention on outdoor furniture. And the two very important words that we combine together were design and the nature. To me, design is a tool to deliver emotion rather than a technique to design a product. If you look on a more wide perspective, whatever is in the soul of Italian experience that could be somehow named as design, at the end is bringing emotion, especially to foreigners that approach the so-called Italian lifestyle. So we believe that when you are outdoor and you share the outdoor spaces with your loved ones, you get other kind of emotion, but again, is the same territory, is the same playground. So putting together design and nature, we wanted to change the criteria of developing outdoor furniture. No longer just performance driven or material driven. Before we were buying a collection and the client that like wood tend to buy everything in wood, or another one that is not very concerned about the maintenance of the product tend to buy plastic furniture or synthetic woven furniture. But normally they were collection made out of one single design and one single material. Indoor, you don't tend to combine just one material. When you approach the design of a house, you mix many materials. In your living room, you can have an upholstery sofa with a wood side table, a lamp, a rug, accessory. There are a lot of mixing of this type of material. Roda, from the very first day, decided to change this approach. So we started developing many material, not only wood, not only metal, not only belts, straps, cords, and upholstery product. And we mix them with the capability of talking to very famous indoor designer with their indoor mindset and our outdoor knowledge on outdoor material. So we brought the knowledge of making outdoor furniture and developing material resistant for outdoor, because the performance was important, but was not for ourselves the main goal. And we asked them to design as if they were designing an indoor product. The end result was what is the nowadays Roda look, because from day one we mix this type of material with the color scheme that are naturally inspired. In Roda we use a word that says that Roda make a mimetic design, because the Roda product are blended with the color scheme of nature, so the product fits the nature. If you use the color of your product that are inspired by the natural color scheme, the product fits the environment, and it's an emotion that the client tend to have, that see the product that look like the nature the product is put in. And this is an aspect that brought Roda to develop year after year new material. We raised the research and development on a new sustainable product. We are developing products that are fully recycled. We just pitched this year a collection of recycled cord, belt, and fabric that are entirely made in acrylic that are recycled from the production of outdoor tents. So we take the discard of this production and we bring back the fiber to the original stage, and then we reuse the fiber to make our material for the product. Or we have a new collection of bees in entirely recycled cork, where the cork itself is produced in a full cycle with zero waste of material. So the approach of Roda on sustainability is really part of our vision that says that people should be staying outside, enjoying with their loved ones the outdoor environments with products that are beautiful and durable. So people, it's another aspect of Roda vision. Put the people at the center, no matter if they are client or teammates or suppliers. If you do care of people and you tend to work with them in order to get their emotion, you can really achieve your final goal, to deliver emotion. And outdoor, it's probably an easier game, because especially during this pandemic period, we have witnessed like never before how important is the outdoor spaces and the outdoor lifestyle.
Thank
the
you,
last part of my contribute is why we participate and what is the added value of having won
that we consider more and more mandatory, not only a marketing or adverse issue. For this reason, we decided to launch recently the Grimbo Sustainability Agenda, that for us is a very, very important project to aim to measure the sustainability attitude of Caligari system. It means that we consider the two aspects. The product, we want to understand and to prove to ourselves and to customer of ours how our products are sustainable. So we defined an owned system to measure the sustainable content of our products in order to decide how to upgrade existing product in a sustainable way and how to develop new products. And this is not only relating to wood, it means to FSC products, but for all of our products in the system. It means plastics, it means metal, and so on. About the FSC, it's clear and undoubtedly is one of the pillars of our Grimbo project. And I mean that we still consider wood as one of the most interesting materials that we can use for our products. And it is absolutely important for us to propose to the market and to communicate to the market the products we can guarantee under environment or economic or social point of view through the FSC market. And for us, FSC means also to change the way to set up project of new products. I agree with Mr. Pompa that before explained to us the approach to design, thinking of sustainability. For example, in order to fulfill sustainability targets, it's really important for us to select the correct supply chain to guarantee the FSC specification respect. And this is what we mean the responsible approach to the product as a strategic line. And for us, this is a really a radical change in the last years. Even if we, starting from 2006, have been certified as FSC. But I can assure you that in the last year, this kind of activities had a huge acceleration. And also thinking of this, we participated to the previous FSC Furniture Awards because we think that it is necessary to spread the sustainability awareness among people outside the company, obviously, on the market, but inside the company as well. Because it's clear that all of us have to be convinced that this is the way, that this is the future, in order to propose in a correct way to the market new products and to transmit the new approach. So the FSC initiatives, as the FSC Furniture Awards, contribute, I'm sure, to diffuse the importance to be respectful of environment, social, economic topics relating to the wood. That is clear. And we appreciated and felt really honored that the award we got last year was about the FSC labeling. Just for that reason, to make the customers aware of the good environment attitude, we keep using FSC wood. And we do hope that FSC mark will be more and more known everywhere. I think that it will be an advantage for everybody, for companies, for customers, and for environment especially. And in any case, the important value we recognize to the FSC contest is the opportunity to communicate the company responsible and sustainable approach to contribute to preserve nature through the developing, producing, distributing the FSC products. And I have to say that on new catalogs and price lists that we are launching in this period, we have still increased the FSC products. As I told before, starting from the transformation of existing wooden product in FSC product. So now we have, I think, more than 100 FSC products that our customer can buy. And I think that we are really, and we feel really honored of that.
Thank you. Thank you, Michele.
Welcome.
I have a follow-up question for each of you. Maybe we can still go through a quick round. I wanted to ask your opinion on the future of certification, of FSC certification as a tool in your industry. We usually in FSC refer to furniture as a mature market for FSC, in the sense that we know FSC is very well known, very well used, with very important companies all over the world actively using FSC. Since you are market operators, you are in the market, I would really like to hear your view on the future of this. So do you think certification is going to be, it's here to stay, let's put it like that? Do you think it's going to be evolving? Do you think other tools are going to be complementary to that? What's your view on that? I think I would start from Nicola, and then Daniele, and then we close with Michele again.
Well, it's a very important question, the one you pose. I believe there is no rule without a controller to be sure that the rule has been followed properly. I mean, all the companies are under ISO certification, any other certification to certify that the company respect the rules is signed in to follow. And we talk about sustainability a lot. in those days. But there is no entity, entity maybe is the right definition, who is certifying if somebody is really sustainable or not. And we were having an overview with the young generation, so-called the millennials, about a year ago, which was done by the European School of Design of Turin. And they interviewed people or young generation, so their colleagues, young people between the 18 to the 23, 24-year-olds in Poland, USA, France, Italy, Germany. And the question was very simple. Would you be prepared to buy 100% recycled wood furniture? And they said, oh, yes. Would you be prepared to spend €1 more to buy 100% recycled wood furniture? And I said, yes, but only if, and mind your step here, only if the company can prove that is really made with 100% recycled wood, meaning that FSC, the certification, the approvals are requested by those people. I mean, they are fed up. This is the definition they gave to us. They are fed up of fake news. They are fed up of people who are saying, oh yes, by 2050, we will reduce carbon emission by 1%. They are fed up. And they are the new generation. So they want it, and they want it now. So the value of FSC, proving that the company was certified FSC are really sustainable, I think it's a very, very important point that we should take. So I mean, that's the value for me of FSC. A controller, but a controller, positive controller, because it's required by the young generation to be like that. They are fed up.
Thank you, Nicola. I think you touched on an extremely important point for sure. Before I give the word to Daniele again, I also wanted to remind everyone that in case you have questions, please feel free to type them in the chat, and we are going to try to take them after this last round of comments from our guests. Thank you. Daniele, please.
The importance of certification. I was listening Nicola before, and I was somehow shocked by listening to him that a company founded in the 60s that make recycled particle board from more than 60 years says that he was happy to receive the FSC team to grow his learning curve process. That means the approach. That gives you the idea of how important it is to be guided in a process that we are rewriting a cultural approach from scratch. So I believe the importance is to be humble enough to say that we don't know really much about sustainability yet. And we need to approach it in a correct way. So for me, the importance of being certified is being guided somehow to a path that professional team like you, like other certification team we are approaching, they are really helping us through a path where we don't have to do it in a self-made approach. And probably the kind of worries about fake news is that people before or also nowadays they tend to use these terms or certification just to stay in the market because it's a trendy situation nowadays. You cannot approach it like a trend. It has to be a cultural movement from the deep soul of the governance of a company that go deep into the team and then go downward to the client in a process. Here in Roda, for example, we are thinking of establishing in the next couple of months, because before we have to finish the outdoor season, and believe me, in this moment the situation is quite busy. But the idea is to create a team made out of different departments, because a sustainable approach is not just material. It's process, it's communication, it's administration. I don't know if you are aware, I believe so, that in 2023, there's going to be an important change on all the administrative mandatory part of the sustainable part in your bookkeeping. So there are several aspects of a sustainable strategy. So I believe that being certified is a way to learn. So I agree with Nicola, the learning curve part of this process is the most important part for me.
Thank you. Thank you, Daniela. Thanks a lot for your inputs. I think we can close with Michela.
Yes.
On this. Thank you.
One important point for us concerning the certification. I agree with the other speakers that the certification is a sort of minimum entry level to be in the market in this moment, no? But is absolutely not enough. As you know, we serve both residential and the contract market. I have to say that the contract market is surely more advanced in sustainability learning and knowledge. So under this point of view, our problem today is to transmit to the residential market, to the final customers, the contents of the sustainability. But not because they do not believe or do not trust in us or in other companies, but because in our opinion, they are not so deeply sensitive to this point, maybe because they do not understand all the certifications, all the calculations, all the index that at the moment we can find on the market. And just for this reason, we made and we launched the project I explained to you before through a transversal team in order to make a very easy, transparent, clear, that any customer can prove system to evaluate the sustainability content of the product. In our opinion, this is very important for the future, because if we speak to a residential customer, how many kilos of CO2 we have spent to make a chair, I'm sure that 99% of our customers do not understand it. Even if I say that is an FSC wooden product or recycled and so on, so on. But if we explain them part by part of the chair, how is made, how the process is green and why is green, why we have chosen some materials than the others and so on, maybe that the learning curve of our customers may grow up, and then maybe that this can overcome the certification itself. Anyway, I'm sure that the certification, I said at the beginning, is the minimum level, and I think that we will keep it, and also other companies, I'm sure. But we are convinced that it's not enough. and we have to work in that direction.
Thank you, Michele, and thank you once again to all our contributors. I think we are still right on time, so if there are questions on the chat, I think we can take them. If not, Alexia, I would give it back to you for the wrap up.
Okay, thank you, Luca. Thank you, Daniele, Nicole, and Michele for all the great things you said. At the moment, we don't have questions, but I will connect to what Michele said, that we have to do more. I believe we all have to do more. We have to focus, and also with final customer, we have to focus and give them the message that they can be involved in this process of protecting world forests, that what the mission of FSC is. So much is being done at consumer level, also for young people, and also our, if I can mention very briefly, our brand awareness data are quite high, especially, for example, there is we did a GlobeScan research, and the average knowledge of the FSC brand is 50%. For example, in Italy, 60%. In Germany, 65%, and UK, 70%. So I think FSC is a brand you can trust, and all the companies can trust to try to take a step forward, to communicate and make sustainability an easier issue also for the customers, for the consumer. So not about the contract, maybe part of the market, but also, as Michele said, the residential part or the millennials. We have to help also consumer understand more, also through all the work we do every day, and also with all these initiatives that we have. So if there are no questions, I see comments that say many thanks for interesting words. Thank you for the exchange of experience. So great to see companies are more and more committed, and so we have great comments. And if there are no other questions, I can close the meeting of today. I hope we give you enough information about the FSC Furniture Awards 2021. If not, please write to us on the website. You find all the information and the contact names. I want to thank you again, our guests, our companies, our partners. Thank you, Luca, for moderating the roundtable. And I want to thank again all the, you don't see them, but all the countries have people that work hard for furniture. We have been working for this strategic project for the past months, and I want to thank them again. And I really hope many of you will be part of the awards of 2021. I see Nicola wants to say something. Maybe did you raise? Oh, okay, sorry. I thought you raised your hands. So hope to see you among our 2021 candidates of the FSC Furniture Award. Thank you very much to all of you. I hope I didn't forget anyone. Also Alberto, that is behind the FSC logo, that always supports me with everything, with the communication and technical aspects and so on. So thank you again, and arrivederci. Hope you see you soon. To see you soon. Thank you again. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Grazie.
Grazie, arrivederci.